Hey up everybody, how we doing? Massive thumbs up to you. Hope you're doing good, hope you're doing great. Could talk to you about debt. Now, debt was a massive part of my life, really was, and with some simple advice, simple tips, I got out of it. I really did. So, my story of debt is, it started a long time ago. I got myself into serious debt, and I felt out of control, and I couldn't understand what was going on. And the reason why I got into debt was I didn't understand money, and I didn't respect money. I just didn't, and I just got out of control. So, getting myself out of control, I've got myself together, and I did it, and I did it with these tips. So, tip 1. Don't suffer in silence. Please don't suffer in silence. The first thing you want to do is, when you get into debt and you know you're in debt, is hide away, stick your head in the sand and pretend it's not there. Doesn't do you any good. And it's alright with me saying don't suffer in silence and talk to people. It is very difficult when you've got into this, because you feel, what's the word? You feel embarrassed, I think is probably the correct word. But there is no need to be embarrassed, because getting into debt is just one of those things. It does happen, it happens before you realise it happens. But the longer you keep it going, the more of a spiral you're going to get into. I know, I've been there. So the best thing to do is talk to somebody. And that's what I did. I just talked to my friends about it, saying, look, I'm in a bit of a situation. What do you think? And a problem shared is a problem halved. And we've heard that so many times, but it's so true. It really does help. And when you speak to more people, they'll go, well, oh yeah, I've done this, or I've done that. It's great. So never suffer in silence, guys. Tip number 2, get yourself organised. Get yourself organised. Get everything together, all your debts, write everything down. What's going in your bank, what's going out your bank, what debts you've accumulated, and work out what you've got and what you've got to pay out and what you've got left. Get yourself organised. If there's certain things that you can get rid of straight away, do it. Just do it. Get it out of the way. Once you've got everything written down, you could go, right, I need to sort this out, and this out. So you can plainly see what is going out. It's quite daunting and quite scary once you start writing this stuff down. But get yourself a cup of coffee and a biscuit, write it down, and it will help you. It really will help you. All this online banking, I do all that. It's great, and you can see what's going out. But if you actually write it physically down on a piece of paper, it really helps. Really helps. Number 3, plan of action. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Now, with me, when I was seriously in debt, paying the extra off wouldn't help for me. So what I did is I sought advice, and I originally went to a company called Clear Start, and I think they eventually became Debt Free Direct. There's a lot of companies out there, but do be careful, seek proper advice. And what they did, this company, they put me on an IVA, which was the best thing for me, and there's different things for other people. Now, with an IVA, it's an involuntary agreement, whatever it is, something like that. And what it does is, it combines your debt into a 5-year plan, and what they then do is they get rid of all the interest. Interest is gone. You do not do anything with the interest. And then within that 5 years, you pay off what you can physically afford. And it's a lot better than paying stuff off what you was doing. Now, I'm going to tell you, my debts, I was paying off nearly £700 a month just in debts. Serious. It was serious. And when I did this IVA, I was paying £250 a month. I could breathe. It felt like a massive weight had been lifted. just by doing that and contacting this company, and it was very simple. They do have to go into everything. It might feel like it's a little bit invading your privacy, but they have to do it. They have to find out everything, and within that 5 years, all the debt was cleared. Massive weight off my shoulders. But by doing that, it means that your credit score goes down to rock bottom, to zero. You cannot get any credit at all, which is probably not a bad thing for when you're doing this. But for when you get out of that, you're still at zero. So trying to recuperate that back up can be a slow process. Now, an IVA is not for everybody. You can do other things with these different companies. They will guide you in the ways. I think the worst one probably is going bankrupt, and that is like literally you just declare yourself bankrupt. Sorry, I can't speak. But you literally start from scratch. It's a more harsher way of doing it, but sometimes if you're really seriously in debt, serious money, that's probably the only way to go. But these companies will advise you on the right path to go on. Now, if your debt is not as serious as that, and you've just got odd little things, fantastic. If you can manage them, but you just need to organise them, then brilliant. Just get it all down so you can see what you're doing and concentrate. To me, concentrate on getting the one that's going to be done quicker. So get that one done, gone. Next one, gone. Organisation is definitely the key. So number 4, create a budget. So once you've got everything organised, plan of action, and you're getting things moving, create a certain budget to help you pay off those certain debts and to help you get your life back on track. Now, creating a budget is very easy, very simple, and keep it as basic as you can. Do the same thing as you did with organising and creating a plan. Is just write it all on a piece of paper. What's going in, what's going out, what your food budget is, what your electric is, water, the whole lot, and see if there's anything you can actually get down. I mean, the food budget is one of the biggest ones you can actually save on, but you don't want to go too extreme. It depends on your debt. If you've got serious debt and you can cut it way back for a few weeks just to help you, great. If you could cut it down where you're just comfortable, fantastic. Find that spot in the middle. You don't want to go too far down. You don't want to create misery for yourself, because this is hard enough as it is. You don't want to make your life any worse. So go where you're comfortable. And finally, number 5 is a lifestyle change. Once you've got all this going and you've got your budget, think to yourself, right, how am I going to maintain this? So can I get a second job? Can I do extra overtime? Can I sell things? Go through all those options, and once you've got all that and you're out of debt and you're on your way, then it's a case of maintaining that. And like with anything, having a debt-free lifestyle is like staying on a diet. Sometimes you do have little treats, and you've got to have little treats, but as long as you don't go too far and you start putting the weight on, start putting the money on, you've got to rein yourself back in. To me, being in debt was one of the worst things in my life, but probably one of the best things in my life, because it taught me so much the hard way. Taught me the hard way, but it taught me so much about money, how to respect money, because that is the biggest thing. If you don't have respect for money, it will have no respect for you, and it will just destroy you. Now, if you've never been in debt, fantastic, massive thumbs up to you. But being in debt is a definite learning curve, and once you've got out of it, you don't want to end up back there again. And hopefully with your experience of being in debt, you can help other people, like I'm trying to help you guys, because it's a horrible experience. and really don't want people to go through it, but if you've got to go through it, share your experience. And that's it, guys. Hopefully that's helped you, because it definitely helped me. Go out there, destroy that debt, get your life on track. Massive thumbs up to life. Enjoy it. There's only one of them. Cheers, guys. Bye bye.